Hello everyone, welcome to another Mental Monday. So this week we are heading back to our habits. We looked at priming our mind last week with the reticular activating system, and this week we're going to be looking at priming our environment. When we looked at habits before, we've looked at habit stacking, we've looked at doing the more healthy option before another option, and today we're going to be looking at making habits as easy for ourselves as possible. So before, when we've looked at adding them on, we've been using those triggers to make it easy. This week we're making it easy and we're going to make it obvious. So some examples of what we can do and what I mean. We are going to look at ways that are meaningful to us and they are specific. So we're going to focus on 2 healthy habits and 2 unhealthy habits if we can. Otherwise, one of each is fine. So we're going to really focus on something that is we want to do, not something we feel like we should do for the sake of it, but something that we've already been trying to do, something that we've brought into our lives and we know is going to make a big difference. For myself, that might be mobilising in the morning to make sure that my back's nice and stretched out, and it might mean reading fiction before I go to bed to stop out screen time. Both of these are things that I enjoy doing anyway. Both of these are helping my mobility and my working out and my comfort during the day, and they're helping me get to sleep better. So I've got really good motivation to do those. 2 unhealthy habits we might look at is I can't even think of one right now. Sorry guys, I'm still on painkillers from my up. Be having unhealthy food in your fridge and in your cupboards. So things that you will just pick at because they are there. Another unhealthy or less healthy habit you might have is filling your plate completely full. So, it's really, really easy when you sit down to eat that you're going to eat the whole lot because it's already there. So by changing our environment in these circumstances, we're going to reduce the friction that's needed to rebel against these habits or to make new ones. So to make healthier ones, there's quite a few easy ways to do it. So in the 2 examples I used, reading fiction before I go to bed, I put a book on my pillow before I go upstairs to bed. So even if I maybe watch TV or done something else first, I know that when I get to bed, there's my book, I'm going to read even like a couple of pages or so. The more I do that, the more I sort of prime myself to read, and again, the easier it becomes over time. But by making sure I just chuck that book on my bed in the morning when I get up, it's obvious, it's there when I go to sleep. I literally have to pick it up anyway to be able to lie down, so I may as well do some reading. In terms of yoga in the morning, what I do is I get my foam roller out and I pick a playlist on Spotify, and as soon as I get up in the morning, I just start playing that yoga playlist. So I'm primed, I'm ready to go, everything is there, the space is clear in my front room to do it. I think, okay, I'm here, I may as well do it. Other ones that you could use are if you want to start journaling, then you make sure at your kitchen table, your coffee table, somewhere you sit in the morning or during a quiet time of your day, you've got your journal open and your pen there ready to go. So even if you only do a couple of lines, it's there, you may as well do something. One that I use a lot for girls for sports, if you don't really feel like going out or going cycling or doing your exercise for the day, have your sports bra on the back of your chair or on your chair, on your bed, somewhere, put it on, put your sports clothes on, make it easy, make it obvious, have the sports clothes out, and once you find you put them on, you're like, well, I may as well go do that anyway. So there's a few things there for you to think about. Other things would be like having ready-made salads in the fridge, so when you're picking, you can just take out your salad for lunch, soups, that kind of thing, and that's kind of going into meal prep a bit more. In terms of unhealthy habits, it's about removing the temptation, removing that trigger. So it means clearing out your cupboards, clearing out your fridge. Now, it doesn't have to mean chucking it all away completely. It could be putting it in a sealed box and somewhere out of reach or difficult to get to. It could mean putting the wine glass in like a cabinet, so it's difficult to get to. It could mean, again, I can't really think of many unhealthy habits at the moment. It could mean hiding your TV or game player remote control out the way, maybe behind your sports clothes, so that you have to actually make an effort to go get it if you're someone that spends a lot of time on screens, and that kind of thing. So quite straightforward today, guys. All I want you to do is think of one or two healthy things that you want to be working on. I want you to write down how you're going to set up your environment to make it easy and obvious to do this. And then one or two unhealthy things, and you're going to again set up your environment so it's easy and obvious to do this. Let me know in the comments if you want to share any of these changes or additions you're going to be making in the next week, and have a great week. It's Monday, it's best day of the week. I'll see you next week. Bye everyone.